Hi, this is Shawn with SLC Tech Services. I know Shawn has been posting a couple of things on apps and how to not let them control you, and some of the more useful ones and notifications, things like that. So for this video, I wanted to touch on Netflix. Everybody loves Netflix. Many people have it. Everybody loves it. It's the streaming TV movie service to get. And I have it. I love it. So something I wanted to talk about with Netflix. I'm already in the settings menu. Sorry. So when you first open your Netflix, you get your shows and your lists and all that fun stuff. You want to go up to your left-hand corner there, pull up your settings. It'll be down at the bottom, right there, app settings. So this is kind of ties into the not letting your apps control you. I've always recommended against using Netflix while on your mobile data, because it is very easy for Netflix to chew up all of your mobile data in a very short period of time without even letting you know, and suddenly you've used up all your data and you've still got a full month to go before you get it back, or you've used more than you have and you've got this huge bill because you watched 3 hours on Netflix. And so now you're paying an extra $100, something crazy like that. So one of the new settings that Netflix has introduced to help combat that is the cellular data usage. So you just tap on that. It gives you some settings here. It does default to the automatic setting. So what that's going to do is it's going to default, find the kind of the best middle ground between your service and the quality that it can give you. So what I mean by that is if you're in an area with really high service, you got your full LTE, maximum bars, you're going to get a great picture quality, but you're going to use a fair amount of data as well. Or if you're in a low service area, maybe only got 1 or 2 bars, you're going to get a little bit less good on your picture quality, but it's also not going to use as much data. So what you can also do is you can change how much it's using now. So you can either turn it right off so that you're only able to watch on Wi-Fi, which is awesome for anybody who's got a very limited or very low or non-existent data and yet still want to have that very handy Netflix app. Turn that on. If you happen to your Wi-Fi drops out, you're not going to be suddenly using your data. It's going to cut out, but you're not going to get those extra charges. So it lets you know that your Wi-Fi is kicked out, playback stops, you can go fix your Wi-Fi, whatever, get that working. If you can't get your Wi-Fi working, you can give the SLC Tech people a call and they can maybe help you troubleshoot it. The next up setting there is it's low. So you can watch about 4 hours per gigabyte on low. Now, it's about 4 hours, so it's still going to depend on the quality of the TV show or movie that you're trying to watch. It's only a rough estimate, so don't count it down to the second and expect it to work out perfectly. It unfortunately doesn't work quite that well. So that's quite a bit of usage per gig. You're probably going to get a little bit less on the picture quality on that, as it is a low quality. The medium, it's going to be similar to that automatic. It's going to give you kind of a middle ground. Going to be a little bit less dependent on your service, on how well you've got service. It's going to try to do what it needs to do in order to keep that medium video quality. Now high, you're going to get that high video quality the whole time, but you're only going to get about an hour per gig. Now most people, just from the many years I've had working in cell phones and selling them and looking at rate plans and whatnot, most people have only a 1, maybe 2.5 gigs of data for a month. For the average person, that's usually all they need. So on that high setting, you're going to run, if you have 2.5 gigs, you're going to run through that in 2.5 hours, roughly. So it's not very much time. 2.5 1-hour episodes of a TV show, it's gone. One movie, it's gone. So you got to be very careful with that high quality. Now they do have an unlimited option as well. That's going to give you your high quality picture, but it's not going to care with how much data it's using to get that high quality picture. So it's definitely, and it does say right there, not suggested without an unlimited plan. So what it means by an unlimited plan is an unlimited data plan. Now, unfortunately, those are extremely hard to come by nowadays. I've only ever seen them on grandfathered plans. And what I mean by that is plans that have been passed down and that the person has done whatever they have to do, whether they have to buy out their phones or whatever, to try to keep that unlimited data plan. Because most of the cell phone providers, they're wanting to limit your data. They're wanting to try to push people out of those unlimited data plans, mostly because of how much we have for online content now, how much data we could potentially use with our smartphones between things like Netflix and Facebook. You could really potentially, if you had unlimited data, use tons and tons of data on a daily basis, much less monthly. So those unlimited plans, they're trying to get everybody out of. But some people do still have them. And if you do have them, if you can hang on to it, because it's pretty awesome and it's pretty rare and hard to come by. That being said, it is just a Netflix. It is TV shows and whatnot. It's a great time killer, but there are lots of other things you can do to kill time other than sit and stare at your phone. Go for a walk, do whatever. Don't let your phone's apps control you. Again, Shauna is at Pandora's tonight talking to people about anything that they have, any questions they have, and about apps and trying to minimize. She does have a couple videos up on our Facebook site, our new SLC Tech Services Facebook page, as well as her Tech Talks with Shauna Severani page. And we are working on getting a website up and running, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll be up and running hopefully soon as well. Any questions, feel free to post on either page. You can address it to either her or me, or just in general, just post and ask the question. Whoever knows the answer will jump on it as soon as they can, and we'll get everything figured out and help you to best use this tech that's all around us. Thanks, and we'll talk to everybody next time.